Hi, this is Morgan Doremus with RT Book Reviews, and we're at the RT Book Lovers Convention 30th anniversary, and I'm here with Andrea Laurence. She is winning the award for Best First Series Romance, voted by our reviewers, and that's going to be super exciting for you.
It is. It's the first award that I've ever received, so I'm very excited.
And a little birdie told me you've got some special shoes that you're going to be wearing. Can you tell me about your shoes?
Oh, I have lots of lovely shoes. The shoes I'll be wearing for the event are Stuart Weitzman they're covered in Swarovski crystals and very sparkly.
And they were when you turned in that first draft, you had to get yourself a...
Yes, they're first sale shoes.
First sale shoes, that's right.
It's the official sale shoes, yes.
I think that is so amazing. And this is your debut novel, What Lies Beneath, and you're with Harlequin. And in this novel, it has a trope. And when you hear trope, you kind of, we've heard it before, but you do something so different. You've got your heroine, and she's waking up from a coma, and she has amnesia.
Yes.
But for her particular story, when she wakes up from the coma, she has a fiance, and he almost doesn't even recognize who she is because she's so different. How did you kind of make that happen? How did you create that character?
Well, I wondered what it would be like if someone woke up and they had such a big personality shift that they didn't remember anything about their life or who they were, and she wakes up and nothing feels right about her life. Everything is wrong. The only thing that feels right is her fiance, and he doesn't like her at
and that's
all.
got to be so hard because you need support, and then all of a sudden this person that's supposed to be supporting you is really standoffish and really questioning, what are you after?
Yeah, I mean, she realizes that she was not a nice person, and she's got to deal with that and try to convince him to, wipe the slate clean and start over, which is easy for her because she doesn't remember, but he can't forget.
Yeah, because when you say she was a bad person, there was some major no-nos.
She's not nice, no.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Okay, well, you've continued to write, and you actually have a book out this month.
I do.
Which got an excellent review on RT, as
Thank
always.
you. Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about the book that you've just released?
Okay. Very exclusive engagement.
I love how it's a very exclusive.
It's very in italics.
It's not just exclusive. It's very exclusive.
It's a very exclusive engagement. Is the 5th book in the Daughters of Power continuity that they're doing, and my series book is about the hero is taking over the news network, and he's got to deal with his feisty community outreach vice president who doesn't like him very much. But they find out that what happens in the elevator doesn't always stay in the elevator.
I love that they're stuck in an elevator. You can't get away. I love it.
Yes, and it starts very early, so they get trapped in there, and they have to deal with their explosive attraction very early on.
Well, one of the things when you write for Harlequin in the series, you have limited space. They're a little bit of a shorter book, so you have a little bit of a limited space to get the story. Well, you not only get the snarky humor in, you get emotion in, you get the sexy times in, of course. How do you make sure that that you can condense their story enough to make it a full romance and satisfy your reader?
I think for me, a lot of that is in building the characters. Characterization is really important to me, so I really have to think about before I start. I'm a plotter, so I have to know, where they come from, what motivates everything they do, and then everything else sort of flows a little bit easier. And for me, with this book, they give you the basic plot for the series, but
yeah. So because Harlequin does continuity, where they ask different authors to write different characters, so you have the same world, and then you just write different characters within the world that might know each other or might be related in some way. And so as the 5th in the continuity, you've got this whole arc that has already been happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I knew what happened to happen in my book, and then I had a little bit of freedom, so I was able to make my heroine Italian and superstitious to the point that when he proposes to her, she accepts because of a ladybug. None of that was all me. And so, I had the freedom to make the characters a little bit quirky, which is what I really enjoy to do.
I love it. Okay, so you're doing something a little bit different. You do write for Harlequin, but you're also writing these paranormals. And I read one of these, and it's dark. And I was kind of excited about this because you kind of go there. You go, like, you've got incubus and demons and things of that nature. And I really liked it because it really works. You still have the characters who have like these one-liners that you laugh at, but the general situation in your paranormals is the pretty dire stuff happening.
Yeah, the More Than Men novella series is, I started out with the first couple of novellas, and hopefully there'll be some more coming out. Kira Sinclair has one that came out just this month, but they all have a paranormal hero. That's kind of the thread that holds them together. So with the first one, I had an immortal, and
he is tired of being immortal. He is done with it.
Yeah, you live a long time. It gets a little old. He doesn't get a vacation. He wants to go to Atlantic City, and he doesn't get the chance to do that. So, I guess I have a sort of, even in those situations, I have sort of a quirky outlook on things. It's not really necessarily what you expect. And then the second one I did, The Walking Sexy, is set in the zombie apocalypse. And, I have a lot of fun with that. I'd try to mix, the dark paranormal angle with the sexy hero with, a situation that's just not quite what you would expect. So I have
totally
fun with those.
It totally worked for me. Do you have a hard time, because I know sometimes you have to write both kind of almost simultaneously to make sure your deadlines get met. Do you have a hard time switching from the contemporary Harlequin voice into your kind of darker paranormal, or is that something that works naturally for you?
It takes, I have to go back and read a little bit, especially because sometimes I'm working on one and I have to stop, and then I have to do line edits on the other and kind of jump back and forth. So I have to stop and take the time to read through it and kind of get right in the headspace. But once I'm there, it's not a problem.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, congratulations on your win for your debut. That's got to feel good. For your debut novel, you're already winning awards. Yes. And we're super excited to see what you have next. Again, this is Andrea Laurence, and she writes a fantastic series novel along with some pretty spicy paranormals, so you definitely should check her out. Thanks.